Good morning, guys. How you doing? Um, yeah, just a quick talk on the way to the library. Going to go do some writing. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about how one second. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about so often, man, I cross these crossings and almost get run over. It's like legit fucked up that you're like invisible. It's like a massive NPC gaslighting, and also what it is something coming over them. It proves it. Like they're in a fucking trance, man. They always run me over. They want to. Trust me, it happens here so often. It's happened in other places as well. Anyway, so what I wanted to talk about was organic portals stealing our ideas. We are higher dimensionals, multi-dimensionals, and creation happens down dimensionally. So it's kind of a given that these lower hylics who are 3D people are going to end up with the idea, kind of thing. Also remember, women are head of creation. When we say women, we including bitch men. Bitch men are women as well. If you're a spiritless hylic, if you're a male with a penis, it makes no difference. Hey, check the testosterone rates. I'm not wrong either. But yeah, that's from the old half side of the brain channel. I have to agree with him. He started all that stuff. And then I connected it up with the secondary feminine matrix stuff from that lady, Quartz Crystal. Figured shit out myself and put it all together. And now it's going to be in books. Anyway, so they steal our ideas, right? Now, I just went to Boost. Right, Boost Juice. Always get this chalk muscle hustle. It's the only one that's it's fucking $11. It's ridiculous. I don't get this every day, but as you know, I'm not financially rich, but and you wouldn't want it every day anyway. You don't want anything, all the time, too much. Everything in moderation. But yeah, I want to talk about how they steal our ideas, these spiritless humans and soulless humans, these organic portals. And you know how George Orwell was saying, watch out for newspeak, because newspeak's a sign of the fucking end, because you're becoming like retarded. And I will have a video coming out on DB from Gang Stalking Simulation Channel. He's like, I was asking him really politely, I think I even said please, and put the little hands together emoji. I was like, please, for us all, stop news speaking, because I know he's really street. He's an American street Negro, right? I'm not paying him out, I'm just saying what he is. I can tell. He's fairly street, and so am I, but I'm Australian. But yeah, anyway, so point is, he's like news speaking all over that channel, and I can't ever hate on him or his channel because it's fucking gang stalking, right? He's one of us, he's on our team, you know what I mean? He's revealing just like I am. He may not be perfect, and I'm not either, you know what I mean? So I'm not hating, I'm trying to once again uplift. It's what I do. Even when you think I'm not, you're just getting offended, putting yourself down. I'm really not trying to put anyone down ever, except for Ego Faye. He was a fuckwit. I'm glad he stopped producing videos. Hey Ego Faye, you failed. And he went for money. I knew he was an OP himself. He was right on the edge. Anyway, so DB from Gang Stalking Simulation, he's always fucking doing this newspeak because it's very street. And I get it, right? It's kind of, but we've got to separate that now. Kind of soulful, because it's so antithetical and rebellious, right? It's against the establishment. Hey, look, I only just passed English in high school because it was annoying. You know, I barely fucking pay attention in high school and I still fucking managed to pass everything with ease, you know what I mean? I got A in science because I actually had some interest in it. And I actually, you know, then got a better mark because I was interested. But, you know, English, I barely passed. I think they almost wanted to fail me because I just did no study, no homework. I was like, fuck this. Why? I'm going to fucking learn the language as I live. You know what I mean? I don't need to waste all my fucking hours as a youth learning English and math. Like, and hey, look these days what we have. Large language models and calculators on our phone. So all the teachers, you know, they're kind of wrong. Pushing it so hard back then. But obviously we need to learn the basics. Yeah, I get it. But anyway, so I get it. It's antithetical. I think you all know me as my lowest name is Antithetical Cowenberg. You know what I mean? I'm very antithetical. It's not one of my higher spiritual names like Shaman Walking Crystal or anything, but it's still, you know, one of my sort of personalities or whatever. One of my, what is that? You know, like your resonances, you know, and just how you are. So what I find interesting is that people think like they're being soulful for that, but if you actually look at it, you're not, because as I've said, to get out of here you need to have correct schemata. Your schema of the world cannot be upside down like the organic portals. If you think this is life, this is, you know, the place to be and stuff. And I mean, I've got to make a video specifically on this because I never come up with good examples, but organic poles have the wrong schema of things. Oh, here's one. Someone commented this morning. Here's a really good example. It's a little bit of a half-truth and hard to get. You know, the villains as the good guy. It's an interesting idea. Someone commented that this morning on my video, El Kronos. That Lucifer El Kronos guy. And I was like, yeah, it's kind of a half-truth because this place is bad, so then when you're against it, you're kind of a good guy. But the villains are actually in the wrong because they're in a mania of a dark side mania, you know what I mean? And this dark side mania, you know, that's not, you know, that's neg soul. That's not like a higher spirited human, you know what I mean? That's one of these Hylics, man. Fucking these stalkers around here. But, you know, it's interesting that people think that's soulful, because you need to have correct schemata to get out of here. And so the incorrect schemata would be to see, yeah, like the villain as just bad, this place is good, right? And he was saying how the villain's often good looking and stuff. The hero is like programmed and you know, like the typical cardboard cutout look and stuff. They always display the villain like a bit more grotesque. Well, true and untrue, not these days, but what I find interesting is, you know, you're forgetting this. You're being cool, you're being glib, you're doing newspeak. Fucking George Orwell wrote a fucking book about it in 1984, which I think someone like DB should be very, very aware of with his channel, and I'm sure he knows about it. Maybe you need to cover it a bit more, DB. Yeah, you need correct schemata, and so that's a good example, the villain thing. But it's a half-truth because, you know, they're on the dark side, so you don't want to be lifting the villain going, yeah, that's the good guy, because it's kind of a half-truth. But it's a good example, it's good enough for now. So I'm going to move on so you get what I'm talking about. You have to have correct schemata to get out of here. Well, look what happens if you have incorrect schemata. You walk the wrong way. You know what I mean? And you can become wayless, like I say organic portals are. They're all ego eddies. Like, look at these people over here, man. Like, here, oh, I finally got it on camera. These old women, man, they go to parks and they have their shoes on. They do like Qigong. I don't know what they're doing over there. Fucking move your feet a bit. Oh, they're old. I get ya. But when I'm old, I won't be doing that shit. And my point is they've all got shoes on, and that's why I always go on about the second story yoga. These, you know, the entitled white girl yoga, as my friend calls it. She goes to it, and I said to her, yeah, you shouldn't be doing it upstairs. And she's like, yeah, well, I'm getting the techniques correct, you know, so I can do it later groundingly, but do you? Anyway, my yogi name is Yogi Alamad Palakresh, which means Yogi Light Legend. Pretty fitting, definitely me. So what I wanted to say was that we got to get newspeak out of there, because it's language is very important, and it's kind of fucking the language, and it's what organic portals have done. Like, even me using fuck, it can be the wrong thing to use, but here it was correct because it was just emphasis. It was a little glib. I could have explained it better, but you get the picture, right? Me using that F word as emphasis, and I do that a lot. But you also know that I have good lexicon, and that's my point. Nomenclature is very important to know what is what. If you start messing with nomenclature and monikers, you're fucking your schemata. So stop new speaking. I'm trying to fucking help you, man. Yeah, so that'll be an upliftment, not a down oppression, will it? You see? So you're like oppressing yourself. This is something we see with black people often. Hey, man, get over it. My grandpa was a knight for the King of Holland. He fought the Nazi. That was my grandpa, yeah? Knight for the King of Holland. A king, cunt. You know what I mean? My grandpa was a knight for the King of Holland, and he fought the Nazi. So he wasn't a Nazi, and he wasn't, a slave owner and all this shit. Just because he's a white European doesn't make me fucking bad or evil or an organic portal or anything, you fucking retards. Because I've seen some people going on this tangent, even V-Channel, who you probably got annoyed at me saying something bad about black people. Ooh, Age of Aries demons. Well, that's when the black people were the dominant race and people, colour and all that, right? Then you had Age of Pisces, Age of Man, and now we're in Age of Women, Age of Aquarius. Anyway, so I'm not being derogatory, I'm not racist, I don't hate them because of their skin colour. How much of a simp would I be? Fuck. Anyway, I don't hate anyone. I get annoyed and angry from ignorance. And my parents know that well, because every time I see them, we get in a fight. Hey, Dad. Anyway, so stop new speaking. So what I wanted to say was the organic portals, they steal our ideas. I went to Boost and they're calling it milk. And we've got, I don't know where it's from, like the Philippines or something, or some like Oriental culture. They do these milk teas. Where is that from? It's like Asian or something, isn't it? Where it came from? Oh, I forget where. I've seen it on documentaries in some other Asian, like Oriental country or something. These milk teas, and they're expensive for tea with a little bit of milk, and then change the name and charge more. That's my point. It's M-Y-L-K. That's not how you spell milk. I don't know, like, is this how you spell it in one of these other cultures? All I know is in English Australian and American English, you don't spell milk with a Y. And, it's to be cool. They've also got like a kind of psychedelic image, right? And they do a lot of coloured stuff on their promotions and stuff. So obviously it's like appealing to the youth, marketing and PR and stuff, right? Very obvious. When you're a grown-up, you know that. That guy's smart here. I don't know if he owns the whole fucking franchise or whatever. This dude here is an older guy. I've seen him. I don't know if he owns it, but whoever owns Boost is a very, very, very intelligent person. Anyway, because they're making a shitload, and it's a really good place to be. I'd like to own Boost, but I would put more juices, and they have started fruit juices more, so it's interesting. Anyway, I'm not going to make you all rich with my ideas, because I've got to do it myself, hopefully. Don't take the tincture business idea and be my competition. Nah, fuck it, raise everyone. Make tinctures. Massive profit. You dig a plant out the ground, you put it in alcohol, you make profit. That's a type of kind of good profit. That's not evil, but I mean, it depends how much you mark something up, you know what I mean? It's funny dog stalkers always pay so much attention to you. That guy was staring at me from over the side, and he fucking walked back around here like, ugh. He could have just walked around the other way. Anyway. Fucking as nosy as their dogs. What is it, eh? Fucking dogs everywhere, man. Anyway, so what I was going to say was they steal our ideas, and the newspeak is rigmarolled into this as well to, market it. But, so the point is there, you've got people like, the American cool kids. Let's just call them the American cool kids, street style people and stuff, right? They're newspeaking like crazy, right? Inventing almost their own language to talk to each other on the street, which is, I get it, but you are fucking schemata. Take note. So if you want to turn into a Heilig and have your own little shitty language, okay, do it. It's not my problem. Well, it is, because I live in the same world as you, but you get what I mean. You're schemata. So they've obviously taken newspeak to be like the new cool, and so that's why someone like Boost would implement it. You see what I'm saying? So that's them stealing our ideas, because I doubt they're a higher spirited human if they've got a normal business. Oh yeah, I'm sure many of you are listening on the channel think that I'm wrong. Okay. Go ahead. Think what you want. I've spoken, I've done my job. That's all I have to do as shaman. I don't even have to try and convince you, but I'm a good guy. I always try and convince you guys to help you even more. So donate. But yeah, because if you're running a business all day, you're not studying higher soul stuff. You're not creating a higher spiritual body of knowledge, of gnosis. You fucking dumb fucking cunt. See, I am right. You're just a dumb cunt. Think you're better than me because you got more money than me, which is completely incorrect. That's not the way the world works. It's the way this plane works. This is the plane. This place is not what the whole world is. Right? The world is multidimensional. Anyway. So you don't know what you're fucking doing. Shut up and fuck off the channel. I've had donators in this position as well. That's why I thought of saying it. I mean, get off the channel if you're annoyed with the truth. I don't want to have your comments. I don't want to have your backlash and your ignorance. That's all I'm saying. You don't. If you have a business like Pete, for instance, Pete's Pressure Washing, is one of our donators. All of his time's taken by business. However, he's interested in creating, higher schemata, because he's asked me about ESP. I think he was talking about those Montauk experiments. He didn't say that, but those experiments with gifted children. We've all read all that stuff over the years. So I know he's not an organic portal, for instance. So that's not what I'm saying, but you are turning yourself into a Heilig, running businesses all day. That's why at the end here, at the mark of the beast, they say you're going to be sleepless. And it's true, and I've said this before, right? That's in that paragraph. Pretty sure it's right next to the, and you'll accept the mark of the beast, and it'll be the name and the number and blah, blah, blah. Right? It also says you'll be sleepless because you'll be fucking working and so much. Like, it wants you as a slave. That's why you're here. I mean, that's why it traps you here. That's what Samsara is about. It needs more, like, army. Right? That's the reason organic portals rule, because the beast has all of its fucking subjects. And there's more of them than us. But we're slowly changing that, I think. Hopefully. Anyway. So yeah, they steal our ideas, these organic portals, and they lower it right down. Milk is a very good example from this Boost company. Oh fuck, what else was I thinking? Oh, there was another example. They steal our ideas. I walked past Boost. There was something else right in the vicinity that set this video off. I think I might end it there. I've forgotten the other example. I think that's good enough for getting the point across. But fuck, there was another example. I'm sorry. Anyway, we're going to go right. Soulless anthropoids, not humans.